Master Yen Sid? Gosh, do you think he'll be able to do it?
It's clear
Stroke the
you cannot
beard, stroke
teach
the
a
beard.
cat to bark. But Merlin and the 3 good fairies are aiding him in a place that's more temporally flexible. My hope is that he can at least learn to wield it. He certainly has fire, so I suppose it depends now on how strongly it burns.
Okay, I get it.
Oh.
Ignore me. Ignore me. It's spoilers about Kingdom Hearts 3. Just ignore me right now.
Well, if we are running on the assumption Xehanort knew what we were planning, then he still would need to have been there. Back in the very place and time when the Destiny Islands were lost to darkness. Otherwise, Sora and Riku would have been beyond his reach.
Gee, do you really think it's possible Xehanort could have planned things that far in advance?
No, as a matter of fact, I do not.
But what if he did the same thing as Sora and Riku did, and he jumped through time?
For that to work, a version of himself would have had to exist at both source and destination. Not even Xehanort can transport his whole body across vast reaches of time.
Oh no. I remember Xehanort did give up his body. It was a version of him that was possessing Riku.
No, it cannot be. Could he be that cunning? Possess that kind of foresight?
If it's all right with you, can I go help Sora and Riku out?
How? You cannot enter the world of a dream. Where will you go?
If Xehanort really is behind all this, then they won't stay in the dream worlds forever. Eventually, they're gonna reappear somewhere that we can go reach them. And we can even probably guess the place. Follow the hearts, and you'll find the way. That's something Master Aqua told me once.
We're going too.
Aw, fellas, you're my best pals. But this time, I really do need to go it alone. The dangers are greater than anything we've ever faced before. If something were to happen to Sora and Riku and me, why, you'll be the only ones left to keep this world safe.
No pressure.
Mickey, I was not able to locate Sora, but I sense Riku's presence in the realm between. Trust your heart, and I know you will find him.
Thank you. I promise I'll bring them both back safe and sound.
And we have access to the final world. What is that final world? I'm pretty sure you probably recognize it from Kingdom Hearts 2, because it is exactly what do you think it is. It is the world that never was. The world of the nobodies, the world of Organization 13. This is the same place. So let's dive in as Sora. I should have saved first. Oh shit. But here we go, nonetheless. Gotta beat the Queen Buzzerfly again. Alright. I think it's the same thing as before. Gotta dodge the beasts as they approach. And as the bees go back, gotta attack the bees. Alright, so still only left one. So as it comes flying back. There we go. Now we can attack her. Supposed to be able to attack her. Oh, there we go. She's not stunned like the, where the other thing was. And I gotta go for her wings. Damn it. She's flying back and forth, making it hard to catch up with. It's not like the giant plant thing with the big ass that I had to do. So I gotta do the buzz thing again. And dodge the bees. And then attack the bees. I get all 4 of them this time? I got all 4 of them this time. Holy crap, I've never gotten all 4 of them in a single rush. Alright, I'll stun her and turn her around. I think I already busted. No, I didn't bust either of her wings yet. Okay. Okay, I busted her right wing. Come on. Got it. Wow, I actually did that a lot faster than I expected. Man, I did a really good job on that one. Oh, I got a gold one now. I'm really surprised it's such a good job on that. Obtain meteor. Ooh, what is meteor? Is that a magic ability?
Wait, isn't this?
A world that never was. Yes, it is. Or was, or is, or should be. However you would actually phrase that, with a world called the world that ever was.
Is the organization's world sleeping too? No, it can't be. I know I definitely found the 7 keyholes already.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to be awake again, and in the real world. But why here?
Well, not quite that, but...
Oh, what's the matter, sleepyhead?
Who's there? Show yourself!
We jumped through a lot of hoops to get you here. But it looks as if it's gonna pay off.
Zigbar. The sniper.
You're part of this?
Hey, let's hit these plot points in order. Sora, Roxas. First, you must be wondering about your revised itinerary. Why am I here, not back home? The answer's simple. We brought you to this place, hijacked your little slumber party before it started, and ever since we've been both your companions and your constant guides.
Before it started? Oh, the man in the robe. And so that guy in the black coat. And Xemnas. Oh.
Bingo. You were able to go back in time to just before your home became a sleeping world, only because a past version of you already existed there. And I can see, in the past, you already met Mr. Robe Guy. Yep, he was there then to make sure you ended up here now.
That's ridiculous.
It sure is. It's too perfect. Who'd ever believe it? Which is why you idiots never saw it coming. You thought you were off doing some kind of test, right? Well, test this. How come you're wearing the same clothes if you're already back home? You are not gonna wake up, okay? Look, there's no real versus dreams anymore. There's just you, us, and this.
I see. Fair enough. So what? At least I know who to blame for it.
Ooh, I see you still got that angry look down. But here is where I tag out. I got just a few more hoops I gotta jump through.
Huh?
Come with me.
What?
Looks like I'll be dropping out now.
Pleasant dreams, kiddo.
That's the guy we saw at the beginning of Birth by Sleep.
Yes. This was where it started. At this point, I still had no idea that I was talking to myself. He cast away his bodily form just to set me on the appointed path.
What do you mean?
That is Xehanort, reduced to just a heart. The being you and your friends called Ansem.
Whoa!
Yeah, that was kind of creepy how it just suddenly popped up on him like that.
Him. Is that?
Yes. The point in time that Xigbar mentioned.
Me. Right before my world was swallowed by the darkness.
To move through time, you must leave your body behind. Ansem first sent me on my way, and then placed himself here when the time was right. That is what set all these events in motion.
What are you saying? That he knew everything that would happen?
No, not everything. But remember, Ansem possessed Riku and saw his experiences in real time.
So? That could only tell him so much. How did he know I would be here today?
Simple.
Kyrie! No! Ah!
And that's obviously when Destiny Islands was destroyed and Sora woke up in Traverse Town.
You've been here many times. Your first journey, your voyage through memories,
Chain of
in
memories.
the datascape,
Coded.
in your dreams, relived again and again, like deja vu.
King Mickey? Oh.
That was when Donald Goofy first looked up and saw a world disappearing, which was Sora's world.
Donald! Goofy! Pluto!
Still sleepy time. And now I've dropped. I officially slept, and now I've officially fallen asleep, and now I've officially dropped. And I'll be changing over to Riku now. And I've actually no points to spend. So sure, I'll claim my bonus of absolutely nothing. Thanks a lot, game. You at least gives me like 100 DP for at least being there. And now we're back to Riku, who is now going to go visit the world that never was. I will say this time before I land, so I'll be right back. Now, in case you're confused about what's going on, I'll try to see if I can fill you in from what I understand. Xehanort that we know, the old Xehanort, or should say old Xehanort. Xehanort went back in time, but since he couldn't send his entire body there, he only sent his heart, which essentially his heart became that brown robed figure. And told, when I say back in time, I mean even before Kingdom Hearts 1. Back when, in the beginning of Birth by Sleep, we saw a man dressed in a black outfit, like we saw there in that cutscene with the white hair. That was the young Xehanort. That was Xehanort when he was a kid. Well, kid, teen, whatever. Young Xehanort. The guy in the brown robe was Xehanort's old self, reduced to just a heart, because that's the only thing he'd be able to send through time, and told that young Xehanort about all the events that he wanted to have happen, which some of the events we haven't discovered yet because they haven't told us about it. But essentially it all leads around to involving the events that we saw up to this point of Kingdom Hearts 1, of Chain of Memories, of I assume probably of 358 in 2 days, and of Coded. And that's why when Sora asked Xehanort, how would he have known everything, even though he possessed Riku, talking about Ansem, possessing Riku, that's how Ansem got a body. That robed figure we know as Ansem, that's essentially the heartless of Xehanort that went back in time and told what was going on. That was the robed figure, we already know all that. Sora asked him how would he have known, even when he did possess Riku, Ansem did, that still would have only told him so much. He also had the help of knowing about the 7 princesses, including Kairi. And that's pretty much, that's how all the events that happened throughout the game, through the series up to this point, was not necessarily forethought by Xehanort or manipulated by Xehanort, but his efforts kind of pushed things that direction. And like he said, he didn't foresee every detail, but things that happened were right along the lines of what Xehanort had. They all seem to work in Xehanort's favor, at least, if not by his design, but by a very lucky coincidence that they happen to work in his favor. And probably anything that actually worked against his favor, he was able to manipulate in some way to cause other events that would have failed because of that to actually work in his favor. I know it's a lot of mumbo jumbo that I'm throwing around there, but just kind of the events that happened, if one of those events happened to be something that didn't go as he had planned or goes against his plan, he was still able to manipulate future ideas that even though that one part failed, it still worked, it still caused other events to make up for that failure and still work in Xehanort's favor. He was apparently extremely like Jansen said, he was an incredibly good tactician. So he was, even though he couldn't see things, he was able to manipulate things that if something went wrong, future events would correct that error and still make everything else work in his favor. Or if something went wrong, that failure still worked and still worked as a success, essentially, in Xehanort's favor. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and land here as Riku. Visit this world. Let's hope this final drop, that I'll never have to do any more drops ever again, will be just as easy as the last one. Or when I say easy, I'll perform it just as easy as the last one. Alright, what do we got to do here? Rack up 1,300 prize points before time runs out. Okay, that should be no problem. Over here. This one. Through here. Got this one. Up here. Got this one. That one's turning. Let's break. Okay. Go. Go. Yay! Whoop, down low. Everything's gonna open. Okay, right to the middle. Okay, that's before he hit the stuff. Whoop! Almost hit something. Oh boy, that was close. I still got those rings. Still got those coins. Nice. All right, let's boost through here. This is gonna take some flying skill that I don't have. Ooh, ooh, okay, got it. Ring open. Nice. Oh, that was pretty good. I see the hearts. And there's the ring. That's pretty good. I think I only hit one thing, maybe two. That was a pretty good run. I still only got B silver. Fuck you, game. Jesus. I've got all those prizes, only hit one thing, and I was moving at a good clip speed.